Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Bitcoin market review for December the 2nd, 2022. And before we get into the price section, we have to look at the economic calendar for yesterday, because yesterday was non-farm payroll Friday. You can see here non-farm employment change, high impact news event, and if we look at the price, you can see the 830 candle is quite huge. A huge candle taking out these lows, filling in this fair value gap right here, going all the way into this down close candle right here, which is an order block, and then price starts to reverse to eventually take out the high of the morning, which was at 8 a.m. We had a high of the morning, pretty much at this point the high of the day, and price eventually took it out at 7 p.m. Also taking, like, moving above like this area right here, where there are a lot of highs right here and only this one wick through. Also go through that. So yeah, quite crazy price action yesterday, but that's kind of to be expected. Non-farm payroll Friday. Every time it has a big move, on 8:30 on the news release, it just displaces, and here it displaces down to take out these lows and fill in this fair value gap, and also touch this order block. So yeah, with that said, I think we can go right into the setups. And the first one is right here, this down close candle at 3 a.m. We can see price started an uptrend right here, one retracement, another expansion, and price starts to consolidate a bit. And it's quite a long consolidation, but if we draw out the Fib tool from the low to the high, we can see first price reaches a nice discount. It also goes into a fair value gap right here, wicks into that a couple of times, and then eventually even comes back to it over here at, what's that, 5:30 a.m. And it also, like, there are a lot of consecutive down close candles right here. It goes into that, and if you look at the biggest one of the down close candles, which is this one, you can see it only moves slightly into this one, and this acts as order block, as resistance for price, or support for price rather, and price then moves up, consolidates a bit, comes back down into a discount, into the fair value gap right here, and then eventually it pushes up further. So that's a nice setup on the 3-minute. And then over here we actually have some setups on the 1-minute. I'll leave this up for now because I think it can act as support if we look at these setups on a 1-minute. So yeah, you can see price consolidates, moves back down into this fair value gap, and then reverses. And right here where it reverses, we then have a market structure break on the 1-minute right here, or a shift in market structure. And you can also see that there is a gap right here, a rare gap on Bitcoin. Quite a nice gap. Price then moves back down into this gap. We have a move into a fair value gap followed by a market structure break, so we're looking for longs. Price then comes back down into a discount, into the gap, also touches the down close candle right here, which is the order block, and then price moves up further to move above this high, and above this rejection block, and then it comes back down into this range once more to grab some longs, and then eventually, wow, I have to zoom out quite a bit, and then eventually price really shoots up, really starts the up move prior to the news release, which pushed price lower then. But yeah, quite a nice setup. So you can see this down close candle right here, which was the candle which touched the order block and moved into the gap. We then reversed, so this down close candle should act as support when we revisit it. Price comes back down, revisits it here, just touches it, and then pushes up, comes back down once more quite quickly, breaking this low, probably letting a lot of people short, because this looks like a short if you have, okay, it didn't break this high, it moved down quickly, it broke this low, but it moved into this order block, and then price reverses and pushes up higher very fast. So yeah, quite a nice setup overall. And it's always important to look at the context you have. You know, this is a fair value gap on the 3 minute. We come back down, then with a market structure break. So at this point, we can assume price to go higher. And then it comes back down into the gap, into the order block, and then revisits the order block, which just formed right here, revisits it here and here, and then eventually price pushes up. I hope this makes all sense and I'm not just waffling on about that. But yeah, I would say we move on to the next setup. So as I said, then we have quite a fast up move right here, you know, push up higher, a little bit of consolidation, and then second expansion. And then price, you know, first high, second high, third high, 3 drives higher. ICT also teaches that, so we don't need a liquidity grab up here because we have 3 drives higher, first one, second one, third one, and then price breaks down. And it breaks this low right here. It does so quite fast. We have displacement, we have a fair value gap, and I don't think we push into a discount, no. So price is really weak. Oh, we don't push into a premium, that's what I meant, because we were short. Price only stays in a discount right here, doesn't reach a premium. Price is very weak, only visits the fair value gap, and then it moves down lower. And then we have the 8:30 news event candle. So first, price shows a little bit of a retracement right here, and then this is the 8:30 candle, which pushes lower quite a bit, breaking these lows, and then, as we've seen before, moving in this 15-minute fair value gap and the 15-minute order block. And then price reverses here. You know, you can see pushes up, starts a little bit of an uptrend. But after such a high peak news event, you shouldn't get in the market right away. So I'm not looking for a setup in here, as you know, I want price to settle a bit, and then we can start looking for setups we can journal. And there is actually one then right here. You can see price starts a consolidation right here. And looking at it from a hindsight point of view, we can see there was quite a nice setup forming right here, with a nice fair value gap right here. Beautiful, you know, fast up push right here, leaves behind a fair value gap. Price then consolidates a bit and starts to move down into this fair value gap, fully filling the fair value gap, and also touching this down close candle right here, which is the order block. Price touches it, or moves nearly to the low of the fair value gap, reverses a bit, and then slowly starts to trickle down to the low of the fair value gap and into this order block, and then it reverses and starts to push higher, or starts the up move. And in this up move, then we actually have a couple of setups. If you look at this right here, so this low to high sequence, you can see, yes, there was quite a big fair value gap in here. Actually, like this. You can see price moves back down nearly to the low of the fair value gap, stops here because it reaches the down close candle, which is the order block, and then it continues higher. And it also gives another entry to the short time or short term up move right here on the 1 minute chart. You can see there is another fair value gap down here, and there's actually one up here, but I'm not going to draw this out because price reaches the lower fair value gap right here, touches it once, and then price shoots up higher to take out these equal highs right here. So this high and this high right here, they form equal highs. Price takes that out, and after that, so this is beginning of lunch, and then we have, you know, lunchtime. Price consolidates, and then around 1:30 p.m. price pushes up, retraces down. It retraces down into the same fair value gap we touched on this last push up. You can see it touches it once through lunch, and then after lunch at like 2 p.m. or slightly after 2 p.m. we take out the lunch low right here. Oh, actually, it's not the lunch low, this is the lunch low. We have to look if we take that out. I assume we would take the lunch low. Price tends to do that. Yeah, we take the lunch low just ever so slightly. There you go. We take the lunch low. So now, gotta redo that like this. Okay, here we are. There we are. Now you can see it takes out the lunch low and then it starts an uptrend right here. So quite nice. And this is actually a setup on the 15-minute, I think, if I recall correctly. Yes, it is. It is. So you can see this up push where we had the 2 1-minute setups. This up move breaks this high right here, so we expect price to go higher. We have, okay, now it's a little bit clustered, so I have to remove the 1-minute fair value gap. But you can see this is the lunch low right here, which is the top of the fair value gap. So I'm gonna delete this as well. So this is the top of the fair value gap, and we already saw that this moved down at 2 p.m. took out this low. So the lunch low, it's taken, so it moved into this 15-minute fair value gap. If we also add the fib tool, we can see it did that in a discount. So that's a beautiful trade setup. And yeah, this right here is the lunch consolidation. So we expect price to consolidate here, not really make a move. Or it's valid that it doesn't make a move, let's say it like that. Then we reach down into the fair value gap, below the lunch low, and then price shoots up higher. Real nice uptrend right here, you know. Here we have a move into the order block, you know, beautiful. Price prints one down close candle, moves through it, comes back down to revisit it, you know, touches it perfectly, and then, I mean, does here as well, does the same thing here, touches this down close candle, moves up higher, comes very close to the high, does the same thing right here, moves down into the order block once and I think twice right here, and then eventually price shoots up to take out the morning high, which was formed at 8 a.m. So a very nice uptrend right here, you know, always respecting the down close candles, which is exactly what we want to see in a uptrend. I mean, this just shows that the algorithm is repricing price upwards, so it's repricing it higher. And so yeah, very nice uptrend here in the afternoon after the high impact news event, like really high impact news event. But also here we have some context. Okay, yeah, where did it move? It moved into this fair value gap and this down close candle, which is the order block. So yeah, everything ties together and it's just beautiful. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. As usual, leave a comment if you have any suggestions of what you want to see in this channel. And yeah, I hope you guys are well, I hope you're safe, and I hope I see you guys again. Bye.